Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And already we're underway here. Now it's Barcola. Doué receives it in a good position here. Spread out to the left. Barcola's cross. Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there. Face to face, and the shot! Oh, how's that for a goal? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest.
Superb choice. It's over and in. Job done.
The goal scorer for Arsenal.
So, a breakthrough already.
Number 14.
Hakimi.
Gyökeres.
Can they get him away? Doué's cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. Merino. And the pass is intercepted. Rice. Now it's Ødegaard. And that's put paid to a promising move. Merino. Paris Saint-Germain are behind here despite their domination of possession. Now it's Havertz. Tries to play it through. Big chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Safonov gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Havertz has it in a wide position. That's a decent clearance. Calafiori. And here's Havertz. Havertz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, important interception. Oh, it's Dembele. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better. Very poor.
Timed. And he stands tall, impenetrable.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Vitinha. He's a sharp shot, surely! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Paris Saint-Germain grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Vitinha! Now, who's going to be first to this? Nuno Mendes engages and forces him off the ball. Mendes made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And it's Ødegaard. Great vision. Chance! Goal! Arsenal! And they're in front.
Yeah, to see it unfold as...
On the end of this, defending of the desperate variety. And he cuts out the supply.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Ødegaard gets into some space. He's got tall. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Ah, good steal, he just read it. And he was quick to react. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Threads one in. Havertz!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Has been indicated.
Doué running with the ball. That has been cut short. Havertz. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Now it's Barcola. Aimed beyond the defence. And the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed a bit. And the first half is done. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And the game has already resumed here.
Paris Saint-Germain can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rice to Havertz. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. That pass has been well intercepted. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Barcola. Tries a shot! Looking to play him, and again! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Nuno Mendes, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Barcola, it's a threatening ball, well read, and the danger is averted. Zubimendi, and it's Marino. Now it's Ødegaard. Could try cutting inside here. Marino. Paris Saint-Germain really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Back into the middle, Dembele. And that was...
Attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he's forced to go back. Marino. And he's intervened well there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, shooting chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now he's got space here, neatly clipped into space. And that has been clubbed away. That's a throw. Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Knocks it into space. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And this is Dembele.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Zubimendi with the clearance. Vitinha cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And he's worked it through. Nuno Mendes. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though.
It takes a shot! They've done it! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 14.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Arsenal go 2 up and into a position of risk.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And it's Rice. Now that looks a decent ball. Havertz is flagged offside. Looking for options for movement. Ødegaard, and that could set him on his way. And he's lost his man here. Great defending, strong and determined. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And it's Ødegaard. Now it's Rice. Oh, what? Havertz! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Arsenal have their second corner now. That'll be a throw-in. He saw the danger and he's tried one! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So that's it. It is all over. Paris Saint-Germain have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and run. And the shots! It's anyone's ball now. Safonov trying to keep this in. Zubimendi picks it up from the goal kick. Vitinha looking to penetrate opposition lines, looking to play him in. Now here's the delivery. Rice. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's Dembele. Now this could be a chance. Hakimi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Dembele. Paris Saint-Germain yet to have an attempt on goal. Vitinha showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Havertz opts to shoot! And he's managed to get rid. Shapes to shoot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Vitinha does really well to win the ball there. Now that's well seen too. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the...
Could be danger here! Oh, well played, he needed to get that right. Zubimendi. And it's Ødegaard.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies... Just Dembele! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he's heaved it away, and he cuts out the supply. Ødegaard. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, well measured. And he shoots! He's scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Mendes can get it clear. Great vision. Kvaratskhelia providing an outlet on that flank. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Havertz. Vitinha. Oh, good spread. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's a sharp little ball here. Swings in across.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
That's really well manoeuvred. It's a pretty loose pass. Ødegaard. For Merino. And he's picked out the run. Havertz. It's a goal kick.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Calafiori gathers from the goal kick. Done delicately. Floated through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we are back on the way. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, it's Dembele. That's a nicely shaped ball. Barcola was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Dembele. Cross flung in towards the middle. Rice, and now the breakaway. Ødegaard, and it's Merino. And it's Ødegaard. Vitinha. Barcola has created one goal already. He's got away. Great ball, and he's in here. He's having a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look...
Decent shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. He's had it nicked away. Oh, takes a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Doué deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Over to the left. Vitinha.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Threads one in by Merino. Hakimi tries to clear. Now it's Barcola. That looks a good ball through. And now they can clear their lines. Fabian Ruiz. Nuno Mendes. Doué. Oh, it's Dembele. Now it's Barcola. Fabian Ruiz. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's Dembele! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That is a great pick out. He's on it, can he get away? Plays it a header! That was superb goalkeeping.
Marino is offering a wry smile there.
Number 23.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Number 10.
And it's been taken short.
Substitutions taking place.
And now they can spring out of defence. Tries to pass it through. Saliba is the guilty party there.
Substitution for Arsenal.
Number 8.
Ødegaard.
Coming on the field is number 19.
Trossard.
Gabriel is there and he can get that clear. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's come to nothing.
Arsenal really are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
It's a searching pass. Real chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Coming on to replace him is number 9, Gabriel Jesus.
Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. And it's Eze. Trossard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's had a shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And he was alert to it. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, that might be...
This is Dembele. Dembele! Oh, it's hit the post. That's a sharp pass. Good ball, good take. Trossard is onto this. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, nicely intercepted. Rice. No, that was never going to make it.
Added time.
Rice. And the finish! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Mendes gets good distance on it. Ball is over the line. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra-time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
Number 29.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. And if you're just back, the action is back underway already.
Number 16, Norgard. Substitution.
Oh, that's a key interception. That is ended up in no man's land. Eze, can he spark a counter here? And it's Rice. Oh, a delicate chip through. The less said about that pass, the better. Thinks one through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Looking for options for movement. Gabriel Jesus unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That could spell trouble. Trossard. And it's Eze. That looks a decent ball. That looks a cracking ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Looking for the run. Great challenge, time to perfection. Aimed beyond the defence. Lee Kang in. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. Extra time reaches half-time.
Just a quick request today.
Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. And he was quick to react. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now there's a fine ball. Big chance! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
João Neves. Look at the space here. Oh, shooting chance! It's hit the upright. And that could have brought them level.
Lee Kang-in clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort.
Punched away. Elects to cross. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's lofted through here. That is a brilliant interception.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Paris Saint-Germain may have thrown this away at the death. So this to extend their lead. And he's kept it out.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
João Neves. Oh, it's Dembele. And that is that. Paris Saint-Germain did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Actions then, Jim.
Paris Saint-Germain, absolutely shocking here.
Really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Oh, it's come off the upright. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Vitinha, quick look, then plays it in. Rice. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game? Oh, what a mistake! And that pass just didn't quite work. Nice looking ball, neatly clipped into space. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! First blood drawn. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kvaratskhelia. Pass somewhat off target. Mosquera. Now he's got space here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. That has not gone well. And that is as far as they're going to go. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's quick to get it clear again. It's a promising position. Aimed in towards the centre. And he's cut it out.
Paris Saint-Germain really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green.
Vitinha! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking, shot, surely! Oh, that's ambitious. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that is out of play. Vitinha. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Doué. Doué showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That pass has been well intercepted. Pinches it off him. Doué. Oh, good-looking ball. Nicely weighted ball. Knocks it into space. Oh, important interception. Mendes goes on a charge down the left. Looking for options for movement. And it's made its way to him. He is through here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. An instinctive delivery. No, that's been intercepted. It's a pretty loose pass. Ambitious ball here. Now this could be a chance. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Saliba. That's headed upfield. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Marquinhos gets it clear. Probing pass. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, that's well spotted. And that's another good win of the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vitinha, chance here to counter. Driving forward. And this is Dembele. Barcola. And the finish! And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Paris Saint-Germain have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Marquinhos. That's a sharp pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Barcola receives it in a wide position.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And he's picked it up out wide. Havertz goes on a run down the left wing. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Doué. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Played right into his path. Well-timed, excellent interception. Nicely shaped ball. That pass isn't the best. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that could set him on his way. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but...
Big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Odegaard! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
No way through there. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Now it's Odegaard. He's on it, can he get away? Threads one in, and across it goes. And that has been knocked clear. Mendes tries to clear.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Taken back almost at once. And here's Odegaard.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Kvaratskhelia. Distributed tidily. And that's an errant pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
For Arsenal, number 14, Eucharist. Number 23,
Can he get it through?
coming on the field.
Out again for a throw-in.
Number 9, Gabriel Jesus. Number 10,
Good steal, he just
Eze.
read it.
Substitutions taking place.
Havertz. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through. Could try cutting inside here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And the counter is on. Now it's Havertz. Havertz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Paris Saint-Germain still ahead by the game's only goal. And here's Vitinha. Aims beyond the defence. Arsenal making another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
He's had it nicked away. Forwards and with intent. He's got away. Now, can they get him away?
Paris Saint-Germain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Saliba gets over and intercepts.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Calafiori.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
A solitary strike, ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah,
The noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus. Enjoy the game with the pressure off. Try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Has a shot! Goal! Arsenal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Havertz. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now that's well seen too. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Zubimendi is sporting a guilty look after that. He's through, it's one-on-one, and he shoots! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the...
Oh, that's horribly mistimed.